It's me, Victor123, and I'm back with some gameplay from one of the new 2v2 face-off maps, which is, in fact, I've forgotten its name, it's called Erosion, there we go. A little bit like the Zombies map, Shangri-La, we're drawing a parallel with the other one, which was like Call of the Dead. I've forgotten what that one was called now, Aground, the names. They're not quite cemented in my mind yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. So anyway, this map, if I'm honest, I can't stand it. It's much too big, in my opinion, for the 2v2 playlist. Now, I don't know, I wonder that if something like this can truly work on a game like Call of Duty, if you can get kind of fast-paced action without the spawns breaking. Because you make the map too small, the spawns become unfair even though it's fast-paced. You make the maps too big and it gets boring even though the spawns work out. It's a hard balance to get, I'll give them that, but this map is very difficult to play. I think there's, too much to it. It could quite easily be a very good 4v4 map, or maybe even 6v6, quite easily. Look at that line of sight there. There's a lot of complexity added to it, lots of, buildings, corners, walls, levels, all that kind of stuff. So, not my favourite map, I'll admit that much. But anyway, in this video, rather than just talking about the map as such, I'm going to be giving some tips for the 2v2 face-off playlist, because I've been playing that a lot recently to get these games, and I think I've honed my technique down to a point. So where to start with this? So for this map, which is wait, what's this map called? I've forgotten again. Erosion, this map, Erosion and Aground, definitely assault rifle maps. You probably want to go with an assault rifle that can be used actually pretty well at close range on this map in particular. Maybe M4A1 Scar, ACR is pretty all-round decent. One of those assault rifles I definitely recommend for this map and Aground, and then for the other two maps, which are, oh my god, my memory is so bad. The other two maps, you know what they are, you can work it out yourself. Those are definitely SMG maps because they're much smaller. These are the two bigger maps. Now, in terms of perks and such, we started off by using support, UAV and counter UAV, and then we found that so many people use assassin, that was kind of rendered useless. We then went on to using recon, which worked quite well, but we found that, oh here, that would have been such a nice double kill. We found out that while using recon, actually we were killing people faster than recon was actually becoming useful. So in the end we decided, that was on specialist of course, Super Banana was using some assault kill streaks. But, when you've got such a low score limit, it's actually quite difficult to get the assault kill streaks in and actually have them being effective when there's only two players on the other team. So in the end, we decided Specialist was the strike package to go with. And in terms of what to use, I was using Scavenger because I was aiming to go, on good kill streaks and didn't want to run out of ammo. Sleight of hand wasn't particularly necessary, seeing as there are only two on the other team, and there weren't too many occasions where a slow reload cost me my life. So I had my Scavenger on, then Quick Draw, which is pretty necessary, and then my perk 3 was Dead Silence. Believe me guys, Dead Silence on these game types is a saviour, especially if you've got a surround sound headset. Because there's not many people running around shooting explosives going off left, right and centre, we found that Dead Silence was, definitely necessary. You really want to make sure you have that on. And then for the specialist perks, for no particular reason, we had Sleight of Hand, which was good. Oh, Marksman was great on this map because there's a lot of kind of, people kind of blend into the brown brick kind of surroundings. I don't know if that's just in my experience, but I found Marksman to be really useful. And then my third perk was Stalker, just because Stalker's cool. So that's pretty much the class setup we were using. And basically, the way to do well is learn the spawns and just generally keep an eye out for your surroundings. When you head into the middle of the map, make sure you know where the two enemy players are, or at least roughly where they are, so you don't get ambushed, because call-outs, tactics, teamwork are really paramount on this gameplay. Believe me, they really are. They'll make the difference between, a close win and just absolutely hammering, because you don't really need a UAV when you've got two players looking out, just calling out targets, that kind of stuff. So anyway, the gameplay is coming towards the end now, quite a long one, because this map isn't too fast-paced. There's actually a pretty cool play at the end. I'm looking forward to that, come on. In fact, it's just here in a second, so, is it? No, I run back inside, decide not to reload, go back to pick up this kill, shoot that guy. Oh no, Switch to the pistol. There we go. Final kill. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like. And you can check out some of the other gameplays on the other maps, which are here linked on screen.